In nature, there are creatures that make everything around them wary just by their presence. No need to show off, no need for sound, but still enough to create a feeling of tension in the space. The world of venomous snakes, where the boundary between prey and conspecifics becomes more blurred than we think. So, what will happen when those very dangerous creatures step into a clash where the outcome is hard for anyone to expect? Let's explore. Mangrove Snake versus King Cobra. The mangrove snake possesses formidable venom, delivered through a compact set of fangs located deep at the back of the palate. Despite being dangerous, it still falls into the crosshairs of the king cobra. Different from its prey, the king cobra is equipped with a pair of venomous fangs located right at the front of the jaw. The snake's attacks all take place in just a blink of an eye. The strength and speed of the hunter are completely overwhelming. The king cobra tightens its jaws, continuously moving to embed its fangs deeper, ensuring the deadly venom is fully injected into the victim's nerve roots. When the opponent is completely paralyzed, it opens its mouth wide, slowly swallowing the prey's entire body in a cold manner. Water snake versus toad. Amidst the barren rocky crevice, a steep valley hides a rare water source. This place is the stage for a natural survival battle. This quiet oasis is attracting many creatures. The hunter has finally appeared. Amidst the rocky gravel, the toad herd blends perfectly into the camouflaged environment to avoid the gaze of hidden enemies. It glides without a sound, its tongue continuously probing the space to sniff out clues of prey. The snake raises its head high, its sharp, cold eyes locking onto the target. It slowly closes in on the toad on the rock. But the toad's body is too accustomed to freezing motionlessly, with poor eyesight. The snake can hardly recognize this prey. Death adder versus lizard. Silence is sometimes the most terrifying weapon. The death adder does not need to chase, but chooses an ambush strategy. The rough scales help them camouflage invisibly amidst the sand, waiting patiently. A lizard approaches, completely unaware of the danger. Activating a peak biological tactic called caudal luring, the predator lies motionless, only exposing its narrow tail tip. The tail continuously twitches, perfectly simulating a wriggling larva. This optical illusion deceives the lizard's vision. Curiosity overwhelms vigilance. It approaches the attractive meal without knowing it is stepping into a death trap. The distance is just right. The trap snaps shut. possessing one of the fastest strikes in the world under 0.15 seconds. It did not yield an escape route for the prey. King Cobra versus Snake. Do you know why the king cobra is a nightmare to its own kind? Their scientific name, Ophiophagus, exactly means snake eater. The giant king pins its venomous jaws into the victim's head, despite the prey struggling and constricting, desperately hoping to escape. The neurotoxin is silently destroying the respiratory system and paralyzing all of the victim's resistance. This silent patience is exactly nature's cruel death sentence. When the prey submits, the feast begins. The king cobra's salivary glands secrete a large amount of mucus, covering the prey to reduce friction, helping swallowing become smoother. They always prioritize swallowing from the head, so the prey's scales and bones follow the direction of the throat, avoiding internal injury. A creepy testament to perfect biological adaptation. Coucal versus Snake. Do you know coucals are formidable terrestrial assassins? When facing a snake, the coucal immediately spreads its reddish-brown wings wide. This is a visual threat tactic in nature, aimed at confusing the opponent and not knowing where to attack. They cautiously move around, using the dense feather layer as a natural armor for defense, ready to dodge the desperate lightning-fast strikes of the prey. Seizing the opportunity, the coucal lunges forward. Their large and sturdy beak evolved specifically to launch a fatal blow, easily clamping tight and damaging the spinal structure of reptiles. The snake twists in pain in a final counterattack effort. However, the coucal uses its feet to hold tight and continuously thrashes the prey against the ground. King Cobra versus Rat Snake. Deep in the tropical forest, life intertwines with hidden danger. The king cobra is silently patrolling its territory. The forked tongue continuously collects scents, probing every smallest vibration around. King Cobra. Sullen, heavy, and full of authority. A king specializing in hunting other snake species. Rat Snake. Persistent, reckless, and always searching everywhere to find prey. Its muscular body glides tirelessly through the dry leaf layers. While the rat snake is still completely unaware, the king cobra has sniffed out the opponent's scent. The molecules in the air tell it a stranger is very close. The distance keeps narrowing with every slithering rhythm. The atmosphere becomes tense.
3 feet away.
A lightning-fast strike. The king cobra sinks its venomous fangs into the opponent's body. The king cobra's prey-swallowing process is a combination of precise mechanical technique and harsh survival instinct. with a masterful jaw-walking technique and the help of an isolated breathing tube. The king cobra leisurely brings long prey into its stomach, turning the hunt into a perfect mechanical process of the apex of the food chain. Milk snake versus lizard. Under the quiet night, a milk snake is slithering through the leaf layer. It is a testament to perfect evolution, with an extremely keen vibration detection ability. A bite breaks the space. The snake immediately coils tightly around the lizard. This constriction blow doesn't just use muscle. It stops blood circulation, causing the victim's heart to stop beating even before suffocation. The wise snake waits for every breath of the opponent to tighten further. The winner of this duel is not the largest one, but the one with ultimate skills. The critical bite right at the head has locked all movements. Thanks to flexible, unfused jawbones, the snake easily swallows prey larger than its own head whole. An energy-rich meal will help it maintain life for many weeks to come without needing to hunt. King cobra versus snake. In a confined space, a cruel hunt of the reptile world is taking place. The king cobra, with a completely overwhelming size, always proactively advancing. The small snake tries to find a way to escape, but cannot. The critical bite locks the opponent's body tight. The prey twists, desperately trying to escape. But the power disparity is too obvious. With 500 to 700 milligrams of venom pumped out per bite, this snake hunter only needs to choose the attack position and hold the bite until the injected venom reaches the maximum level. For small snake species, facing a king cobra is facing death itself. It has gradually slithered up to the prey's head to prepare to fill its hungry stomach. Not only carrying a massive amount of venom in each bite, the cobra is also a supreme toxin resistor against many different types of venom, turning them into almost invincible snake hunters. Not in a hurry. Every movement is incredibly precise. Very soon after, the prey's entire body is neatly nestled inside the winner. Snake versus lizard. The tense encounter begins when the small snake proactively launches a lightning-fast strike at the skink. However, the thick scales and keen reflexes help the lizard immediately spin around to counterattack, forcing the opponent to retreat into a defensive posture. Both have no way to retreat, and the snake in a state of chaos is forced to attack the opponent at all costs. The snake continuously tests with strikes, but the lizard still holds its position firmly. With a reaction time measured in milliseconds and the ability to accelerate like an arrow, the long-tailed skink turns encounters into a performance of speed. The superiority in speed and reflexes seems to have turned the lizard into an invincible opponent when facing snakes, adversaries that are many times slower than them. What you have just watched shows that in nature, survival always comes with harsh choices. For venomous snakes, venom and adaptability are the exact factors that help them maintain their status in a fiercely competitive environment. If you find this video impressive, hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other surprising wild stories. Thank you for watching until the end. See you again in the next journey of the natural world.